We need to be smarter, better in the way we handle the ash stuff.
Outlaws, Ashta, those bandits from the Shaw gang. This can be a dangerous place. Best to carry a reliable piece. I don't do payment plans or lines of credit, and I don't sell to shady individuals. If you can handle that, your money's welcome here. You seem all right. Here's my selection.
I hope you find that change to be more effective.
Laredo makes some good guns, but if you want a range of manufacturers to choose from, I shall serve you that. Reassuring to see that corporate mediocrity has wormed its way into every corner of the civil systems.
My sympathies to whomever faces that when you're done.
You ask me, traveling in Freestar collective space without a reliable sidearm is just asking for trouble.
Take a look around. It's a good bet I've got something you need. I want to do your business well.
If we are to find Aaron, we should start by looking for him at Aggie's bar in the stretch. I am happy to help shoulder the load. May you find favor in all things.
I'll say right up front that if you're short on credits, I can't help you. Any more charity cases, I'm going to business.
If we are to find Aaron, need to see what... I appreciate having your ear. Are making a bit of a scene here. If you have the time, I wish to speak to you. If we are to find Aaron, we should start by looking for him at Aggie's bar in the stretch. Ah, thank you for reminding me. Another time.
Tequila City is really unpopular.
Okay. Hello.
I would like a chance to talk to you, if you are able.
Locals can be especially colorful here. Want a drink?
He is not here. I am disappointed, but relieved somehow. You're right. I'm sorry. Someone here must know more. We should inquire about him.
Ethan handles all the orders. You ain't here looking for Erin. She is.
Hello, Aggie. I was unsure whether you would remember me. It has been a long time.
I ain't likely to forget you anytime soon. I don't know. You tell me. You're the one blundering in here with her in tow, asking questions. I heard you ain't deaf. She didn't ruin Aaron's life enough the first time, huh? Back for more?
Ruined his life? How dare you?
Did she tell you what she did to him? How she left him bleeding on some godforsaken rock in the middle of nowhere? Ha! Forgive me if I don't take you at your word. Aaron sat in that corner for years, scared of his own shadow, convinced the damn zealots were coming back to finish the job. The few credits he had to rub together that didn't get spent on drink, he spent on setting himself up someplace where they couldn't find him. Wouldn't trust anyone that walked through the door. Only ever talked to me when he was drunk enough. If either of you cared, you wouldn't just be showing up now. Aaron ain't been in here for almost a year now. Showed up one day saying he'd gone and got himself set up on Hyla too, thanking me for letting him stay here so often. It was the closest I'd seen him to happy in I don't know how long. And that was it. Never came through the door again.
Did he ever mention me?
You mean, did he blame you? That's what you want to know. I know guilt when I see it. Don't try and deny it.
Fine. Did he blame me?
No. Believed you were one of the good ones, right up until the last time I talked to him. Me? I don't think your kind has good ones.
My kind?
I know what you are. You take your holier-than-thou bullshit and your great serpent and shove them.
You dare insult me like this when I have come to you asking for help. I should kill you where you stand. Fine. Fine. Let us leave this place at once.
Well, this has been so much fun. You see Aaron, you tell him I got a bottle of his favorite stashed away if he ever shows up again. But honestly, I'm hoping he doesn't.
Something important or just conversation? We have something to go on at least. I am grateful that you showed some compassion, despite that woman's attitude.
Yes, ma'am.
I do not have your patience.
That's because rumor has it if I don't stay on your good side, I'm liable to lose a body.
You are more diplomatic than I would be.
Most of it, sure, but maybe not that much.
One more reason I am glad to have you with me. I'm eager to reach Hyla too, and speak to Aaron.
It really means a lot.
Perhaps there is something we can do to help him. Provide him a sense of safety.
Let you stick around for a while. As long as you don't go getting too mushy on me, that is.
Not a chance.
Look after yourself.
Might not be the biggest selection in town, but our liquor gets a job done. Here, see you there.
Ecologies are living things. They move, change.
You meet all sorts in Aquila City.
Please, let me know if I can be of service. Here's what I have in stock right.
Just do your business and run along, and we'll be all friendly like.
Aquila is one of the oldest cities in the settled systems. UC can't be that bad, can it?
I
I do like to get the most out of my weapons. I would like a chance to talk to you, if you are able.
I think you'll find that we carry fine weapons of...
Can we speak for a moment? How can I assist? All those credits. And you just handed them over to the Crimson Fleet. The pirates, the ones known for robbing, murder, and general betrayal, they will be good allies? Are you listening to yourself? But think of the cost. If not to you or us, to the people of the settled systems upon whom the Crimson Fleet prey. Their lives are endangered by this, by what you have done. Does that not concern you? All those credits. And you just handed them over to the Crimson Fleet. You even need to ask such a question? But do not turn this around on me. Explain to me why you would do such a thing. All those credits. And you just handed them over to the Crimson Fleet. I have no love for the United Colonies government. But do you not think this is more than a bit extreme? That is ridiculous. It was not inevitable. It was a choice you made. Do not try to absolve yourself of any responsibility. Whatever the United Colonies had done in the past does not justify what you have done here. You have put lives at risk with this decision. Clearly not. There are few easy choices in life. But I believe this was easier than most. At least you see it now. If only you had seen it sooner. I cannot tell you what to do, nor force you to do anything. I ask only that you think about the consequences of your actions, and how far-reaching they can be.
Nobody's allowed outside the city.
We're asking everyone to take care of it. Hey, what can I do for you? Okay, no problem.
Read any good books lately? Wow! Thanks so much! Okay. Wow! Okay, bye.
Heaven is having a smooth-running ship with a crew of friends. You're you're something else. You want to talk to me again? You know where to find me.
I'm listening. Sorry to pull you aside like this, but I wanted to take a moment to congratulate you. Taking those steps to eradicate the Terramorph threat is essential to the safety of every living thing in the settled systems. You should be proud. Yes, exactly. I'm glad you treated the situation with the urgency it deserved. I only wish that the United Colonies chose to exterminate the Terramorphs with the experimental microbe, instead of choosing this ridiculous Asili solution. Apparently, their decision was based on your recommendation. That was a risky choice you've made. Minimal risk. Are you sure? The Asili solution might take years, perhaps even decades. Meanwhile, the clock is ticking for humankind. That sounds far too risky to me. Well, I'm disappointed that you didn't trust the science. Unfortunately, locking away the Lazarus plant instead of eliminating it adds to the risk. Anything that accelerates the Terramorph life cycle should have been completely removed from the equation. Why take the chance? Of course. I wouldn't have it any other way. I appreciate the fact that you've taken the time to listen to my opinion on the matter. I'm sorry if I've said anything that jeopardizes our working relationship. When you have a few moments, there's something I'd like to discuss. All right. Give me a moment. I don't know where to start. I need you to tell me what on earth possessed you to side with the Crimson Fleet and betray UC Sistef. Have you completely lost your mind? It's almost as though I don't know you anymore. You're surprised? Really? Don't you realize that by strengthening the Crimson Fleet, you've done irreparable damage to the United Colonies? Not to mention the fact that you've exposed the rest of the settled systems to one of its most dangerous enemies. It had better be good, because you've got a lot to explain. Have you completely lost your mind? The Crimson Fleet swoop in like vultures, take everything that isn't nailed down, and leave nothing in their wake except destruction and death. Yes, you have. It's far too late to undo what's already been done. But it's comforting to know that you realize what you've done is wrong. I suppose that's a step in the right direction. We'll just have to wait and see if you're truly repentant for what you've done.
now.
All clear. Time to land this ship.
Hydrocarbons in abundance. Let us see how they have arranged themselves. We should be on our guard here. If we could detect the camp from orbit, it means others could too. And I have no idea what fortifications he may have. When we arrive, would you let me speak to him first? I think that is important right now. Thank you. From what Aggie said, it sounds like he has been rather paranoid for years now. That too, I fear, is my fault. Let us proceed slowly and carefully. I do not want to antagonize him. not the wisest decision. I thought I saw something. I need to be sure. I don't know what to say. I thought there would be a chance to speak to him. To make amends. Or at least to hear him curse me for leaving him. I was prepared to accept that. I did not think I would find him like this. At least these vermin didn't get him. He's been gone for... Oh, clearly it's been some time. Look around. There will be correspondence from Jade Wong. I am sure of it. This cannot all be for nothing. Cannot just break it open. You found something. Please, let me see it. I should have guessed. Jada was always the one to run towards trouble. Of course she would still be doing it now. In her own way. She has been for as long as I have known her. Jada was younger than some of the other smugglers we contracted. There was concern she would be unreliable. As time went on, we called on her more and more often, eventually relying on her almost exclusively. She was sharp, a skilled pilot and very, very determined. Always talking about her big plans for retirement, how she would live like a queen. I am not surprised that she would desire revenge. But to go this far, we need to find her. But before we go, I've discovered something else, and I do not know what to make of it. Aaron was composing a reply to Jada, but never sent it. It reads as if he was expecting the Zealots to find him. That they knew where to look for him. His fears were well-founded, if the Zealots did indeed come for him. What bothers me, though, is that he mentions a name he should not know. Tomisar Kadik. Nor should you. For all of my assignments in the settled systems, Tomisar has been my link to House Baroon. From him, I have received my orders, and he is the person to whom I have reported my success. He does not work with anyone outside House Baroon, and I am the only one who knows how and where to find him. Aaron should never have heard of him. It is hardly that simple. We must first make sure that Jada is safe, and perhaps she will be able to shed light on this. Let us head for the den.
Acknowledging incoming hail. Docking Bay 1 is free.
Seals are good, air pressure good, and we're docked.
Either she is here, or someone will know where we can find her.
Got anything you need to offload? Trade Authority is always buying. Kiosk right here for you. Okay, no problem.
I understand this station was one. It's quite the luxurious place for UC military commanders. Based on what I see, I find that very hard to believe.
Hey, my biggest fan and supporter! How are you? Jada? I'm not really supposed to be giving out that kind of information. But hey, you did me a favor with that whole commendation thing. So, I saw Jada with Reyna. Something about zealots in the Groombridge system, and how she was going after them no matter what. She was really wound up about it. Sounded urgent and pretty serious. Hey, you didn't hear this from me, okay? Okay then.
If there's anything I can do for you,
Certainly.
your business. Who the hell are you? And what are you doing here? You're what? You've got to be kidding me. You show up here now of all times? Shit. I've got multiple ships inbound. Too late to run. Sure hope you're prepared for a fight. After the fact? With nothing in between? You'll have to forgive me if I find that hard to believe. Suspicious, even. Look, my grav drive is fried. I need time to repair, if I can even manage it. You didn't take the opportunity to blow me up. So either that's not your goal, or you're playing some long game. You want to explain yourself? I can't stop you from coming over here. But I'm gonna be armed, and it's gonna be aimed at her head. Just so we're all clear. Show your face.
I am glad to see that you are safe, Jada. I am sorry if this is difficult for you.
Difficult? Are you serious right now? You set us up, killed my friends, and then a decade later you show up like nothing happened? Have you lost your mind?
Set you up? I was not behind that. It was zealots, you know that. We were all attacked.
Don't bullshit me. Not now. And who the hell are you? Her backup dancer? I was too a ways back. You can see how that's worked out for me. What are you doing here with her? You don't look like Varun to me. Yeah. Difference is, though, I haven't been working with them. She has.
I would never!
You know, for a while I told myself it was a coincidence that you disappeared once the shooting started. That you were long gone when the dust settled. Told myself, no, it couldn't possibly be her. Not after all those years we spent working together. We're friends. So I went after the Zealots. And then I found out the truth. Your damned High Council. They knew. Told the Zealots where to find us.
That's not true. That cannot be true.
Oh, it is.
How? How do you know this? If you have proof, I need to see it right now.
You don't get to demand anything of me, Andreja. I know what I've seen! Because we were a loose end! We knew things. Locations, names. They never trusted us. We were just a mess that needed cleaning up. I don't have... It doesn't work like that. I've put things together over the years. Slates, communications, interrogations.
A name, Jada. Give me a name. You must have heard one by now.
Tomasar! Tomasar Kadik! That's the bastard from the High Council who's been helping the Zealots!
And did you hear this from Aaron?
Aaron? What? No! I haven't talked to him in a year. What do you know about it?
Jada, I swear on the Serpent himself, I would never betray you. I need time to make this right. Can we go somewhere and talk?
I am not giving up on this! I've tracked them this far, and I'm going to see this through. You want your proof? Well, they have it!
So... you think you've won, do you?
That's him! That's the bastard responsible for the ambush! If you're not lying to me, then you better help me take him down! Otherwise, I'll just have to destroy you both! Get back to your ship! Waltzing in here, like nothing ever happened. Unbelievable.
Assuming all systems are nominal, we are ready to depart.
The Great Serpent has truly blessed my ship and my crew. Why else would he have delivered unto me the dregs of our purge years ago? The awful that escaped our righteous justice. Your pathetic High Council, who betrayed the charge laid upon them by the Great Serpent, gave you over to us to atone for their sins. It always irked me that you escaped the fate you deserved. But now, the Serpent sets my mind at ease, and in his name, I will cleanse your filth from this universe. I smile today in the knowledge that the Great Serpent has truly blessed my ship and my crew. Why else would he have delivered unto me the dregs of our purge?
I do not understand. It cannot be possible that the High Council would betray us like that. He must have been lying. Zealots have interpreted the teachings of Jinan Barun in the most hostile way possible, and are convinced they are the only true followers of the Great Serpent. They have always been certain in their beliefs and actions. Does not make them correct. Something about this does not feel right. This message. The code at the bottom. I have seen this before. I know where we need to go. I must explain. House Barun values secrecy above nearly all else. Those of us sent out into the settled systems We cannot return. When agents are assigned a mission, we are taken to a point outside of House Barun's domain. We do not jump ourselves. We are never given the coordinates for Varun Kai, so that we can never be forced to reveal them. Only a select few are ever trusted with that knowledge. I was never supposed to be able to reach home on my own. It has been deemed necessary for the protection of House Barun. And for generations, it has worked. Who am I to question it? But there is something I can do. If the Council is complicit, it would be foolish to confront them. But I do not think that is the truth. And there is one other place I can get answers. But it means potentially putting you in danger. I cannot say for certain what will happen. Thank you. That means a great deal. There is an old derelict star station where I may get answers. I know that seems vague. It will become clear when we arrive.
Clean sip there.
Docked.
Captain, hello. I am satisfied to see that you survived your most recent sleep
likely
cycle.
for us both. I need you to trust me. These stations were built by the United Colonies during the Serpent's Crusade. They were abandoned when peace was brokered. Excellent place to hide in plain sight. How are you? Before we go any further, I cannot stress this enough. Keep your weapons at your side. Do not make any sudden moves. Do nothing to appear hostile. Thank you. Please give me a moment. I am not the one who needs to explain himself, Tomisar.
I am surprised by your tone. What has gotten into you? This is very unlike you. Almost insubordinate.
I know what you have done. The messages you sent.
You are not making any sense. Of course I send you messages. That is how this works. That is how it has always worked.
Not to me. To the zealots. To the fanatics who murdered my friends, who tried to murder me.
You must be mistaken. Or perhaps confused. Nothing like that has ever happened.
Enough! I have the transcripts, Tomisar. You did this. You told them where to find us.
Now, let's just take a moment. One more thing. You are from that Constellation group. I've heard all about you. You have turned her against me, filled her head with lies. This will not be allowed to stand. You know nothing of it!
I said enough! This is between you and me.
This has gone far enough. Talk some sense into her at once. Neither of you would dare lift a finger against me. Against House Varun. But I am. If you let Andreja hurt me, I am her only link to the High Council. To House Varun. Without me, she can never return home. You must make her listen to reason.
Unfortunately for you, Tomisar, that is no longer true. You are not my only path to Dasra.
Communications have been sparse. Erratic, but that has nothing to do with this. You know nothing of our situation. I had heard something happened in Dasra. But you cannot possibly be the one they spoke of.
He is responsible. He deserves to die.
Did you not hear me? You do this, you lose everything!
I heard you. I know what it costs me. But he deserves it. Does he not? I have been betrayed. Why should I care anymore? The only thing keeping him alive right now is I know that if I do this, I lose my home. Probably forever. I do not know what to do. Was there more? Yes. Yes. It is the only right thing. You betrayed me, Tommy-san. When you see the Great Serpent, be sure to tell him who sent you. Winner takes all is the phrase, is it not? That felt good. We will find out. There is no going back now. I know in my heart the Great Serpent will see that I have done what is right, no matter what House Baroon may say. And whatever comes next, I know that I can count on you to face it with me. We should leave this place. Can we return to the lodge? This is worth the effort.
Hello, how can I be of service, Captain? Travel safely.
We're unlatched, Freight.
I find comfort in the idea that the odds of something killing us here are at an all-time low.
Ask if you've got questions. Speak up if you have ideas. We're all here.
I trust you are well. Thank you for coming back here with me. I fear that after all that has happened, everything going on in Dazra, I am unsure of my place in House Varun. This room may be the only place I can truly call home anymore. Yes, I know that I am not completely alone. And that offers some comfort, but it is more complicated than that. I have killed the man who was supposed to be my contact with House Varun. What if I do not have a chance to explain? What if I am branded a traitor? Yes, but the consequences go far beyond his life. I do not know how to live without some connection to House Varun. The Great Serpent has always been a guiding force in my life. The force that drives all that I do. What if I have lost that? Yes, that is true. Whatever else has happened or will happen, the Great Serpent still holds a purpose for me. You have been by my side through all of this, the most turbulent time in my life. And you have supported me, faithfully. I have never been able to count on any single person the way I have with you. If I am repeating myself, you will have to forgive me. I cannot overstate what it means to me. Well, that is... I am sorry. I need a moment. I admit this is a surprise. I did not quite realize you felt this way about me. But if you mean it, my feelings are not so different from yours. We must be clear on one thing from the very beginning. I do not share. If you are mine, then you are mine alone. No one else will come between us. If that is not a commitment you are willing to make, I understand, but I will not compromise. then truly nothing can stop us. We will be a force to be reckoned with. You have brought a joy to my life that I could not have imagined, and could never have expected. With you at my side, love, I look forward to everything that comes next.
Curious feeling, knowing that...
You're here. I'm sure you are ready. Only the fun.
That looks like a good adjustment. What is it? Did you see something?
have another story for me? You have another story for me? What a sordid mess. You've got some other sources we've been interviewing, but I'd love to get your take on the record. So there was a mercenary company, the First, and they were involved in taking farmlands from Freestar Collective families. Extortion, death threats, murder, all of it. Is that right? Not going to say. I will never, ever give up my source. If anybody asks about you, they get the same answer. I genuinely don't know how people like that can live with themselves. So all of that? Terrible. But Ron Hope, the Ron Hope, was involved with it at the highest level. All of that suffering was a plot to save Hope Tech from going under using the side effects of a fertilizer he developed. Let me be blunt. The other sources say you killed Ron Hope. Is that correct? And all that money didn't help in the end. After all of that, the future of Hope Tech is an open question. Their stock has already taken a beating. Not sure if it's going to go into freefall. Any comment? For what it's worth, I'm rooting for them too. Thanks. If you listen to the news, you'll definitely hear this. And, maybe try not to ice any more CEOs. Just a thought. If you have a news story for me, I'm very happy to pay your fee. This news is titanic. The ripples from SysDef essentially being taken out of the picture. I think we're just starting to see them. So, I'm guessing you weren't with the good guys? Some policies you need to know. SSNN protects its sources. And for me, I never, and I mean never, reveal a source. So anything you say to me won't get back to you. Assuming you're good with that. What was your involvement? No beating around the bush with you. So, the Vigilance went to the Key, and one hell of a space battle ensued. And somehow at the end of that, the Vigilance was commandeered, and SysDef has been dealt a massive blow. Maybe fatal. Any comment? Jesus. I mean, I imagine that was one tall order. I have to ask, why? Reading between the lines here, you helped the Crimson Fleet enormously. Piracy is going to get worse. So much worse. Again, why? I'll make sure the story makes it clear that SysDef were the aggressors here. I'll talk with publishing, but expect to see this soon. This is just me speaking as a human being here. But I hope you don't come to regret too much what you did.
No organics here. Valuable minerals, perhaps.
I suppose we should eradicate the... always enjoy these moments. I've never been one to shy away from shouldering my share of a heavy load. Until our next talk. Dangerously low temperatures.
Careful near the railings on the upper level.
Crime's at an all-time low around Segovia.
You did not find my cargo ship yet, I take? Oh, no! I hope they did not get into my cargo and ruin anything. As for the crew, I assume dead, yes? That is too bad. Too bad. But you found the ship and its cargo, and that is good at least. I will send someone to retrieve it now that you made it safe. Thank you. Maybe I will have more jobs for you. If you want.
December, quite like holiday jokes.
Stop! In the name of the law! Freeze! Neon security! I can't remember if I already searched you. I must have, right? Let's go back to the station.
Don't make my job any harder.
Just want to see. Hey there. Well, of course. Watch your back out there.
Hello there. Welcome to Ryujin Tower, the beating heart of Ryujin Industries. I'm Jupiter, the tower's secretary. Can I help you with something? We're the largest corporation in the Freestar Collective. We deal in everything from refreshments to starships. We're best known for our neuroamp technology. If you're curious about it, we have a selection on display at the Ryujin store near the back of the lobby. Is there anything else I can help you with? Wonderful. It's always nice to meet a potential coworker. Miss Salzo will be conducting your interview today. You'll find her office upstairs. You'll find Miss Salzo's office on the operations floor. Just take the elevator at the back of the lobby. And don't forget to check out the Ryujin Industries store in the back of the lobby before you leave. No visit to Ryujin Tower is complete without a look at our patented neuroamp technology, after all.
You won't find better weapons than Neon than the ones I'm selling here. Hey, thanks for stopping by. The name's Ken. Let me know if you have any questions. I know these weapons like the back of my hand. Likewise, let me know if you need any help. I'm always happy to talk shop. What brings you to Ryujin Tower today? Oh, good luck. Hopefully they'll hire you and we can stop listening to this non-stop audio ad. Sure thing. Let me know if anything appeals to you. Sure. Don't be so surprised. Ryujin Tower's got a little of everything. Besides, here at Arbron, our goal is to provide safety and protection for our customers. That's why we're the only brand to carry our very own non-lethal weapons. The Nova line. Of course, the Nova series uses an electrically charged ammunition that can effectively stun a humanoid target. It's not so useful when it comes to critters, but if you need to buy some time or get someone off your back, they'll do the trick. Come back soon.
Welcome to Ryujin Industries. Can I help you? You must be one of the candidates that Imogene Salzo is interviewing today. Her office is down the hallway to my left. Take another left at the conference room, follow it around to the right and up a small flight of stairs. Then take a left and keep heading that way until you see her office. Sounds like a maze, right? So if you want me to walk you back there or have any questions, just let me know. Of course, follow me.
Eager to help, if I can.
This current floor we're on is the main operations level. It's where the grunt work happens for this department. Research, data entry, more busy work than you can stand. Most of the people here are...
I suspect that if I were confined to life in an office like this, someone would end up being stabbed.
I hate being stuck in the office.
As technicians, we handle prep and post-op work.
And here we are.
Beginnings and ends.
Good luck in there. I'll probably see you on your way out.
Great. A full spacesuit. Corporate environments aren't that toxic. Just waiting on you. All right, just to get a few things straight here. I'm Imogen Salzo, Senior Operations Specialist here at Ryujin Industries. I don't normally do this, but my counterpart Yuko is indisposed at the moment, so here I am. We're looking for someone to fill an entry-level administrative position. Apparently, our algorithm has failed us and believes you to be a decent match, which I'll take up with our technicians later. So, let's get this over with. Why do you want to work for Ryujin Industries? An excellent question, especially since when asked how familiar you were with Ryujin, you answered, not at all. I'm sure you just did your homework before the appointment, right? But let's move on. This next one should be interesting, considering you marked having 0 experience and no education. Why do you consider yourself qualified for a job like this? Well, at least you have some skill of value here. If what you say is true, you'll have department heads fighting over you in no time. How motivated are you to succeed? Believe me, our standards for performance are high enough here that putting in the minimal effort is actually quite the effort. So, if you're looking to just lounge around, this certainly won't be the job for you. Some companies think of high turnaround as a negative, but here, we pride ourselves on it. And finally, my last question. If you worked here for 5 years, what role would you see yourself in? Well, lack of college doesn't mean lack of creativity, so that's not completely unreasonable. You might have some heftier competition, but I know we hired 1 or 2 scientists based on actual work rather than education. So look, since there's a million other things I'd rather be doing than this, not to mention that this isn't even my job, you're hired. On a probationary period? Of course. First order. There's a meeting starting soon, and I need you to pick up the coffee order at Terra Brew. Fairly easy, so you shouldn't be able to screw it up. If there's a line, skip it. Tell them you're here for Imogen Salzo, and you should get served right away.
Yes? You need something? Did you need me to carry something for you? May the serpent guard you.
Hi there. Welcome to Terra Brew. Oh, the Ryujin order. You must be new. What happened to Tomo? Did he finally get that?
I got fired is what happened. And this is the soulless suit they got to replace me.
Tomo, I'm sorry. I know how hard you were working for that promotion.
4 years behind a desk, getting coffee, kissing up to that high and mighty Ularu Chen, just to get replaced by this nobody? You don't even know your own boss's boss? Ularu is Ryujin's head of operations, or resident shark, if you ask me. If she smells blood in the water, you're dead. Hearing that ad should have been the first sign they were gonna get rid of me. I bet Ularu was just waiting for the moment to hire you. And now that I've been terminated, it's only a matter of time before they send you after me. So I'm taking matters into my own hands. Believe me, it's either you or me. You don't just get to learn all the ins and outs of Ryujin operations and then just walk away. Even worse, I got fired. They don't let that kind of knowledge run around in the head of disgruntled employees. It's just a matter of time before they send you after me. So I'm taking matters into my own hands. You want to talk? I'll tell you what, you get one chance to prove you deserve this job. Change my mind and I'll walk away. Fail, and I think you know where this is headed. You can't be that good. Not yet. No, I have to do this. You don't understand. Look, at some point, Ularu really will send you after me. Just promise me you'll remember this. That when I came after you, I gave you the chance to talk me down. Let's just say, Ryujin doesn't like loose ends. Chen fired me, and now she's gonna see me as a liability. And that's why it's just a matter of time before our paths cross again. Okay? And when they do, I'm just hoping you'll listen to me. Like I listened to you. You're either one of the few good people in Neon, or you already know a thing or two about leverage. Just don't make me regret this.
Hey, no worries on anyone calling security here. Take it from me, Ryujin will handle any drama that may come from this. You'll want to be sure to report it to them. Ryujin has connections everywhere. Even Benjamin Bayer. You know, the very man that runs Neon. They're practically untouchable around here. Just getting in with them, you're setting yourself up for life. Well, provided you don't get fired first, of course. Tomo had been Ryujin's errand boy for some time now. Lots of ambition. Dying to get up that food chain, if you know what I mean. He always seemed really nice, so a stunt like that? I never saw it coming. Are you serious? That's the most excitement I've had in months. I feel like I should be thanking you. Yes, of course. Here it is. Oh, and please let Mr. Cho know that we did have the recommended maintenance done. I triple-checked the grind myself, and a mistake like that will never happen again.
Enjoy one of our distinct coffee flavors.
Hi. Please disregard. I attempted an informal captain. Do you require my assistance? Return soon.
I hope that coffee is still hot considering the time it took you to get it. You either need to learn this city or how to deal with distractions. So, what was the holdup? A decent excuse, but not the answer I was looking for. I know that Tomo Higashi, an ex-employee of ours, accosted you at the Terra Brew, and before you get any ideas, no, the barista didn't sell you out. Ryujin has enough connections in Neon that an incident like this would never slip by. Deception aside, some of us are impressed by how you handled the situation and would like to try you out in a different role at the company. And since Yuko isn't here to object, your new position starts right now. So, congratulations, you've been promoted. Not bad for your first day, right?
You were right to talk the situation through, rather than letting it escalate.
Let me explain. I'm promoting you to junior operative. The position is a bit more complicated and completely confidential. Your main duty is to add influence when necessary to ensure success of the business. Any questions so far? Like any good corporation, we consider what we do here to be a trade secret. If others knew and could mimic our actions, it would take away our edge. Really? Well, This transition may be easier than I thought. Now, let's get that coffee delivered. I'll gladly take mine. And since Yuko's still a no-show, feel free to keep hers. The other recipients are eagerly waiting for you in the conference room.
I've got my eye on you.
Ah, coffee. You'd think we'd want to support our own subsidiary and get tranquility more often, but Terra Brew it is. For the past 5 years, Tranquility is a recent acquisition and we've only just begun to develop the brand. You may have seen how several vendors carry the product now. Terra Brew would be a substantial purchase, but we fully intend to develop the Tranquility brand. Current projections are set to surpass Terra Brew within the next 5 years. Tea-talk aside, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Lyndon Calderi, Chief Financial Officer. I'll be the one deducting expenses from your pay every time you manage to screw up. Which hopefully won't be often. We'll see. We've yet to have an operative with a perfect record. This introduction was not annoying. I hope our future encounters are as productive.
Just what I needed. Imogene said she hired someone new. I'm Genevieve, Head of Marketing and Public Relations. Likewise. Anyway, it's good to put a face to the new operative. The only question now is how much work are you going to be? Yeah, that's what they all say. Just know that one screw-up for you means a lot of overtime and sleepless nights for me and my team. So, any precautions you can take will be greatly appreciated.
Coffee, finally. Well, let's have a look at you. Sounds like something my son would say. And no, I don't mean that as a compliment. I'm Alexis Price, head of the legal department here, and I'll be direct. Any legal troubles you cause as an operative, witnesses, getting arrested, are my troubles. So steer clear of law enforcement. We may have connections with Administrator Bayou and the Freestar Rangers, but they aren't the ones I prefer to abuse. For one, our connections with Bayou automatically grant us a slight connection with the Rangers. He has some amount of influence with his seat on the Council of Governors. But our strongest connection is local, with Ranger Price. If we could get Freestar Rangers on payroll, we'd be running this faction. So no, that's not the case. Jalen simply knows how business is done when it comes to Neon. But that doesn't mean he's a free pass. So again, steer clear of law enforcement. Let's hope your best is good enough.
So, fetching coffee 1 minute, and junior operative the next. Camden Cho, supply chain manager for Ryujin. We won't work together much, but as part of the same department, hopefully I'll be seeing you around. Yeah, it's always nice to put names to faces. And we rarely see most of the operatives around here. Anyway, welcome to the team. Oh, and just a heads up, people in your position don't typically see the brighter side of Ryujin Industries. But rest assured, this is a great company, and the work we do goes toward benefiting millions. Well, neuroamps for one. They aid in mental illness, confidence boosting, and focus. Drone robots for maintenance and security, Tranquility for relaxation, Arbron for protection. Your work only helps us improve and expand upon these products that so many people love and benefit from. Sometimes it takes drastic measures to ensure we can deliver the best products possible. Of course, you'll be forming your own opinions as you go. Just keep an open mind. Oh, and thanks for the coffee.
Make it quick. I have a deadline.
I hope you enjoyed your little meet and greet. I thought you'd like to know the execs who you'll be impacting while on the job. That doesn't surprise me. Now that you've met a few of the execs, let's get you started. We've reason to believe that our friends at Kelt Corp are trying to hack into our R&D server, since we're both competing for a contract right now. My words exactly. We can't allow them to win the contract, nor can we allow the action to go unpunished. I'll be giving you a data slate with a file that you'll need to upload through one of their computers. Remember, this is confidential. We can't have anyone at Kelt Corp getting suspicious. When all is said and done, it should be as if you were never there. Here's the data slate. Good luck.
Credit for your thoughts, as they... A good team always shares the load. I am here if you need me. Something I can do for you, love? Again? Look, you can tell Mr. Okadibo that I'm doing everything I can. Blood from a stone, if you'll pardon the expression. Oh, my lord. You aren't here about Mr. Okadibo's debt to Kelcor. Oh, this is so embarrassing. Let me start over. My name's Clover McKenna, but you can call me Chloe. Sorry for me outburst. That's kind of you. This mess with Mr. Okadibo over at the Neon Mining League has really thrown me off my game. If only you knew. Mr. Okadibo owes a substantial debt to Keltcor. I've given him more than enough time to try and come up with the money, but my father's patience is running out. Frankly, I don't know how much longer I can stall. You'd be willing to help out. That's awfully kind of you. Just because I work for a megacorp doesn't mean I don't have a heart. Saburo, Mr. Okadibo, he's one of the nicest people you'll ever meet, especially in this city. He really needs help. but he's too proud to accept any money from me. Maybe he'd listen to someone like you? Oh, that'd be splendid. Just amazing. If you can get his debt off my conscience, I'd be grateful. It's been on my mind so much I've been keeping a diary. And don't worry about payment. I guarantee you won't be disappointed. McKenna always keeps that promise. Nice visiting with you.
Hamza kept pestering me about his damned missing slate. Like security's got time to track something like that
get out of
down.
here. It's been non-stop interruptions since this morning, and I'm not spending another break.
If the system is protected, there will hopefully be valuable data.
Cause any trouble? You can trust.
Ever look in the mirror and wish you could see? And with the prime rating only 16%.
This report isn't bad, but you're going to need more supporting evidence.
Can I help you?
Imogen's a stickler for details.
That's what I was afraid. Well, look who survived their first assignment. How'd it go? Anything to report?
I know what you mean, but that's
Not a single setback. I knew you were going to be perfect for this job. If you recall, setbacks mean a lot of things for a lot of people. Payoffs, cover stories, cleanup crews. You get my drift. The cleaner your work, the more intact your payments stay. I'm sure you understand. Exactly. In the meantime, I'll make sure that slate is properly disposed of. So, now that we know you're capable of handling some light cyber mischief, let's try your hand at a little framing. And I'd argue that arts and crafts is exactly what we do here, just on a much higher level. One of our subsidiaries, Arboron, is currently competing for a contract against Laredo. Now, the buyer likes to keep their associations clean, and will be sending a representative to Laredo in Aquila City for an evaluation. We just need you to visit their office first and accidentally leave behind some incriminating evidence against their company. We want a clean and careful job. Obviously, we don't want any bad press at this point, or we could lose the deal. I don't want to hear any news about bounties or bodies coming out of Aquila City. Oh, the best part is we don't even have to fabricate this information. We're just exposing what Laredo would rather keep hidden. Here's the slate we need you to plant. It holds confidential files that'll cast the perfect negative light on our friends at Laredo. Now, get going.
I spent significant time here meeting with smugglers. Brings back memories.
Sarah Filburn and her brother-in-law.
The UC can't be that bad, can it?
Not interested.
I was hoping you'd show up soon. Is it done? Excellent. I'll let Ularu know that we can start moving forward with our negotiations. Now, I think it's time to examine a different set of skills. Nice to see I haven't worn you out yet. Your next assignment is to find the security chief and use some creative thinking to obtain their security keycard. And when I say creative, I don't mean with a weapon. Either look the part and be persuasive, or be quick with your hands. Good luck. I'm sure you'll be able to get that keycard without incident. Just remember, if anything does happen, it's up to you to bail yourself out.
Head of Paradiso Security. I apologize for coming over this emergency channel, but we are in need of assistance concerning the large ship in orbit, and we value discretion in this matter. If you are willing and able, please see me as soon as possible at the main security office in Paradiso. Over and out.
Clearly you're not. You're obviously human, but how are you here? We didn't know any others left Earth.
Their first contact with anyone. And you, like that. I hope you realize how staggeringly foolish you look right now.
Perhaps we should greet our guests.
Of course. Manners. I'm Captain Diana Brackenridge. This is Security Officer Bomani Reader. And this is Dr. Mabuti da Costa, one of our elders.
A pleasure to meet you.
I don't know all the particulars, but I'll try to answer as best I can. It's a colony ship. It was built long ago by our ancestors to sustain our crew over hundreds of years in space through generations of travelers. It's sturdy, fast, and spacious. That last one is important because we had to take as many supplies as possible with us on the journey and still have ample space for our crew. You've come aboard the Earth colony ship, Constant. Generations ago, we set forth from the planet Earth with the mission of colonizing a new habitable world in the spirit of our ancestors nearly a millennium ago. I see. As you may have presumed, we're in a bit of a bind. Our ship has finally completed its near 200-year journey from Earth, only to find our new home seemingly colonized by, well, we don't know. Communications haven't been successful, so your arrival is fortuitous. Perhaps you'd be willing to act as a middle person between ourselves and the others. Ah, your question confirms one of our recent theories. It would seem that some form of faster-than-light travel or space-bending technology was invented during our long journey. That would explain why we would find people this far out into space. I guess technology leapfrogged us at some point. Interesting. I can only imagine that our predecessors didn't believe the technology would ever work, and so they made the decision to leave when they did. Of course, we know that now. Human or not, we were still unable to communicate our intentions. As soon as we discovered them, we fully expected negotiations would be necessary. Now then, please follow me. There's much to discuss first. We'll speak more on the matter once we reach the bridge. Dr. DaCosta, you may return to your quarters if you wish.
I will follow you to the bridge, ma'am, for security purposes.
I do not believe we have need to fear our guest, but I'll allow it if you insist.
Careful waving that fancy gun around.
Welcome to the Earth colony ship.
We don't need to see what it can do.
In the early 2100s, my ancestor, Rupert Brackenridge, researched a number of scientific scenarios: climate change, asteroid impact, nuclear war, global pandemic, and more. Each scenario showed the likelihood of an extinction-level event to be within 50 years. He fully
Just because our equipment's old doesn't mean it won't work to take down troublemakers.
We've always assumed that's what happened. So, he gathered the best and brightest he could find. Built the Constant and set a course for this planet here. We were told that it was the largest, most advanced ship ever constructed on Earth at the time. If you can believe, entire generations
Stay out of trouble.
lived and died on the ship. It really goes to show that there are no limits to human ingenuity and perseverance.
Never seen a ship like yours before.
I am both shocked and impressed that all of this is still functional. Decent fighter and skilled hacker? Is there nothing you cannot do?
No matter the outcome, I won't let my crew down. Now that you're here, I can finally give my crew a chance at a new life. Well, as I mentioned, we've been unsuccessful in communications with anyone up until you arrived, though not for lack of trying. But since you're asking, maybe you'd be willing to be a sort of diplomat between us and them as we attempt to resolve our situation. Does that sound agreeable to you? We know there's a settlement on the planet below, meaning people were here before us. You see, we intended to settle here, but we assumed that they intend to defend their claim given their presence here. We'd like you to go speak to them on our behalf and help us negotiate a solution, preferably one that favors us. Yes, of course. But we need to start from a firm position and state our goal. If need be, we can compromise, work out a mutually beneficial deal or some such, but initially I'd like you to be firm with them and convince them to leave the planet to us. Let me know how they respond, and we'll go from there. We thought about it, but it simply won't do. I need to think about the distant future of our people. Sure, our first settlement may be small, but our predecessors dreamt of our new civilization spreading across the globe. That will be difficult if someone else plans to do the same. While we're not completely close to the idea of sharing, it's much easier if we have complete domain over this world. I'm serious. We have a rightful claim to this land, and I intend to fight for it. But as you're currently our only hope, perhaps you'll honor my request and give it your all, for the sake of some very weary travelers who have come a very long way to be here. Thank you.
Now that we know what's out there, things are gonna be more interesting.
The Constant is a peaceful ship.
Operation complete. Thrusters free.
Landing gear. Set. Thrusters. Set. In sight. Clear.
Greetings, Captain.
Hope you're staying safe out there.
Welcome to Paradiso. Jiro Sugiyama at your service. Do you have a security concern, or is there something else I can help you with? Neither. We're our own private force. The Paradiso group pays top dollar for top-notch security. And I dare say we're some of the best in the business. We have to be out here on the fringes of the settled systems. Something I can help you with? Oh, yes. Let's get right to it then. As you can imagine, we've got a predicament on our hands. Under normal circumstances, we would not enlist outside help in this manner. But this is a matter we can't afford to worry our guests about. As such, we need to handle this discreetly. Failure on your part to do so could have severe consequences. So, before we proceed, can you swear not to discuss this with anyone else unless explicitly directed to do so? Great. I appreciate it. Not too long ago, a strange and enormous ship appeared in Parima space. It is now locked in orbit around our planet. So far, it doesn't seem to be hostile, but any attempts to communicate with it have been in vain, so we're unsure of the ship's intentions. I see. Well, if you're speaking on their behalf, I'll refer you right along to the chairman of the Paradiso Group's board, Oliver Campbell. All formal decisions will go through him, not me. I'll let him know you're on your way.
Welcome to Paradiso.
You lost? 'Cause you don't look like you belong here. You sure you belong here? Don't even think about trying anything. I got my eye on you.
I cannot recall ever having the time, let alone the funds, for a vacation someplace like this.
No loitering. Now move it.
If only I could figure out the secret to that new drink. I might need to enlist outside help.
I'm not much of a beach person, but everyone talks about this place. So I had to see for myself.
I don't think any place could be more perfect.
Don't even think about it. No loitering. Now move it.
Hello, welcome to Hotel Paradiso. You may continue inside to the main desk if you need to check in for your stay, or feel free to browse the shops along the promenade. Let me know if I can answer any questions you may have or help you in any other way. Always feel free to ask if you have more questions.
Please, let the concierge know. What a nice day, huh?
If the Paradiso board is busy in a meeting, you can always count on me to relay your message. Excuse me, you can't just waltz in there. Do you have an appointment? Oh, you're the one they're waiting for then. Do you need anything else from me before you meet with the board? What I could tell you would get me in a lot of trouble. Most of them are typical C-level execs. I doubt you even need to use your imagination for that. The ones that show up to work day to day, at least. I swear, I've never even met some of them, because they chill at their own private, secluded beach homes all the time. Anyway, be smart around Oliver. He's got a way of getting what he wants without you realizing it. And that's all I'll say. Sure. Have fun in the shark tank. And don't worry, even they call it that.
Your safety is our #1 priority.
I just feel that we should be focusing on the natural beauty of this planet, not our amenities.
There are millions of planets out there. People can go to any one of them. The resort facilities are precisely what we bring to the table. Heck, it's the only thing we've really got to offer.
I don't want to risk us coming off as just another artificial, shady, trash-filled dump like Neon. That's not who we are. We've got something special here. We should embrace that.
Belom's right.
Thank you.
We don't want to compete with Neon. Bayou's ruthless. He'll do anything he can to eliminate the competition. We don't need that kind of trouble. That being said, I think there's a middle ground. Maybe build up the beachfront in a boardwalk amusement park. I've had this idea to build artificial hot springs, that sort of thing.
Sounds good. I'll look into what that will cost us and we can circle back around to this.
Just doing my part to make sure Paradiso remains a paradise.
Come on, mate. Loads more interesting things to do outside. No need to mill about in here. I'll make some time for you, but keep it quick, yeah? No, of course not. There's several more. We're just the ones who show up day to day. The others spend their time lazing on the beach or gallivanting off-world. Doesn't bother me, though. Less cooks in the kitchen means I get to make all the big decisions around here. Seems to be working out for us just fine. Not quite. We just don't answer to the Freestar Collective or the United Colonies. Makes things easier. We don't pay any taxes, we don't need to follow their laws. All the benefits, none of the drawbacks. And no one minds because half the politicians and other big shots love vacationing here. Works for everyone. I am. And you must be the diplomat Jiro told me about. Welcome, welcome. Normally I'd offer you an all-inclusive stay at our resort before we spoke. But given the circumstances, I'm going to cut to the chase. We've got our friends, the aliens, up there causing all sorts of problems for our resort. You like that? The marketing team came up with it. The thought is, if we can't get rid of them, it might actually attract more tourism. Come see the aliens! Ah, we're being direct then. Good on you. So, what do you know about this dodgy ship I'm hearing all about? Well, that's something. Shame we can't just tell them kindly to bugger off. Something tells me that's not going to work. Now, tell me, what are we going to do about it? Give me some proposals, people. I need something to work with here.
We could offer to resettle them here. There's more than enough space.
They could stay here, temporarily, but it'll cost them. Quite a bit, too. They'd need to work off all their debts before being allowed to leave.
Maybe not. What if we help them get out of here? Outfit their ship with a grav drive so they can find a new home. We could even lend our engineers to help and give their captain an updated star map. What do you think?
Sounds costly. We can't absorb that cost, and it's unlikely they even have compatible currency, let alone enough for the transaction. Someone else would have to foot the bill.
Oh, I swear this would be a lot easier if they ceased to exist entirely. Anyway, Seema's got the right idea. Either works for me. Just tell me what you want to do. Oh, I didn't say that specifically. This would be a mutual contract for room and board in exchange for services rendered. Of course, there's no telling how long this arrangement will last, given the substantial costs we'd need to take on in order to accommodate them here, including their continued room and board. But this may save the resort on operating costs in the long term, as we'd be able to let go of some of our current paid staff. It's not our responsibility to bear the brunt of that cost. We're being more than generous by offering the use of our engineering team to help install it. A custom grav drive can't come cheap, and I assume they have neither the monetary means nor the connections to get a hold of that kind of technology. That leaves the only other party in this negotiation. You. I'm not suggesting anything, other than it would make our lives so much easier if that ship ceased existing. Make of that what you will. We operate outside of the Freestars only, you see, partially because we don't want anyone else meddling in our affairs. And we'd rather not draw attention to it, as I've mentioned. It could be bad for business. We'd much rather settle this independently. We own this planet, they don't. Here at Paradiso, we don't like leaving things to chance. Who knows what these people will do with their land? Imagine the landscaping disasters they might come up with, and how that might mar the satellite imagery of the planet in our brochures. No, much better to assimilate them into our culture if they come here to live, rather than leave it to chance. And that's within your right. But as the CEO of Paradiso Group, I'm the one who has to make and approve decisions around here, not you. So, as much as I appreciate your feedback, it's not in the best interest of the Paradiso Group to take it into account. And which proposal will you be taking to the good captain? I assume there's a captain? I have no idea, because I'm not suggesting anything of the sort. But it's a wonder that old ship made it all the way here in such a relatively short time. Must have really been pushing themselves. An engineer friend of mine told me once that the reactors on those old ships have a tendency to self-destruct if they overload. Of course, their engineers must have taken great care not to push it too far. Someone would likely have to override the safety systems in the reactor computer. But who would do such a thing?
I hope you are not asking what I think you are asking.
They'd be hard-pressed to defend their claim in any courts. Our charter goes back years. It was registered with both the UC and Freestar Collective, per the Centaurus Proclamation. We may be outside the settled systems, but that charter's official as can be. I'm sorry, but you're going to need to be the one to break the news to them that they need to make a compromise or leave. Ah, good on you. You want to see a man named Benny St. James over at Hope Tech. He's the best in the business. If anyone can retrofit a 200-year-old ship with a modern grav drive, it'd be him. We'll coordinate our engineering team with his when you return, though you may have to help the Constance engineers prepare for it on their end. Good luck!
They deserve a renewed chance to decide their own fates. That is the right thing to do.
Right. On behalf of the Paradiso Group, we appreciate your help.
Smugglers always like to use Hope Tech ships to resemble legitimate transports. I wonder how the company feels about that.
I don't want to hear any complaints.
A fair amount of business runs through Hopetown, and from what I understand, most of it is legal.
You're here for coffee. You ready to do some business? Music to my ear.
Yes? What? Keep an eye on your valuables. Can't protect them.
Dust except for the factory.
Hey, Doc, we got a problem with one of the ships on the line.
Oh? What is it?
We ran out of tungsten midway, and the port side weight is 1.03 heavier than starboard. Boss lady wants to know if we have to start from scratch.
I don't see why. As long as the outside stays the same, you'll have atmospheric behavior. And thrust is all that matters once you're in hard vacuum. Just strap some extra plating on it and that should do it.
Thanks, Doc. Howdy.
Oh, hello. Someone worth paying attention to. Oh, hello. I'm not used to people wanting to talk to me. Sure, that sounds like me. What can I do for you? I'm a little busy, but I think I could spare some time. Oh, you should have just said that. Of course I can help you. Oliver sent a courier ahead of you. I did some research on ships from that era, and I have a decent idea what we're dealing with. So grav drives didn't really take off until after the ship was built. But I've got access to an ancient grav drive that looks like it could be compatible. With some minor adjustments. It's in good shape, too. Parts not cheap, though. Neither is the labor. Just pay the combined cost of parts and labor, and it's yours. It's a pretty big ask, given how rare these old grav drives are. As much as I'd love to, I just don't know if I can afford to take a loss on this. Again, I'm sorry. Recognition doesn't pay the bills. And really, do I want everyone to know that they could sweet-talk me out of my fees? No, thank you. Not sure that's the best way to get me on your side. Tell you what, sounds like this is for a good cause. While I can't give you the pod for free, I won't charge you for the work. You're darn right it is. I'll get to work on it right away. I recommend you go back to the ship and ask the captain to prepare for its retrofit. Standard stuff. I'm sure they have an engineer on board to help. We'll send the part along when it's ready and install it with the help of Oliver's people. Pleasure working with you.
You're not pestering the captain, right, Cora?
Pester? You think I'm a pest?
Oh, never. Poor choice of words.
Hello.
We were never trained to address threats coming from outside our ship. We've got strict rules around here.
Tell you how many times I've had to make do with inelegant solutions to complex technical problems. I was hoping to talk to our visitor from outer space, and here you are! Welcome, welcome! I have a million burning questions, but I won't overwhelm you. There will be plenty of time for that later. Please, indulge me just a couple. How did you do it? Did humanity finally discover faster than light travel and eclipse our poor old ship? It's incredible! I read about this technology in our archives from Earth, but it was only theoretical back then. Amazing! I'll have to learn more. Oh, I've got so many questions, but I'm being rude. I haven't even given you my name. Chief Engineer Kazemi, but you can call me Amin. And, I might add, I'm one of the reasons we're still floating out here today. Yes, of course. Anything for my new friend. What grab drive? Just joking with you. The Paradiso engineers filled me in. Okay, let's see what we need to do.
All right. This will be fun. And hopefully there will be no explosions in the process. I have just received word that the drive is here. Ready to get to work? Great, great, great! There are 3 preparations I need you to help me make while I set things up on my end. First thing I need you to do is reroute the power from the port turbo pump to the auxiliary cryogenic radiator. Then, turn the plasma runoff inhibitor function to 5%. Last, you'll need to decouple the magnetic flange pipe enclosures from the auxiliary module assembly. Got it? Let's hop to it!
Wow. Hi.
These are exciting times, aren't they?
If the other colonists knew how many times
I've lived my entire life in the constant.
Whew. Thankfully, I know that people always appreciate the good engineer. Something wrong? There are 3 things we need to do. Reroute the power from the port turbo pump to the auxiliary cryogenic radiator. Turn the plasma runoff inhibitor function to 5%. Decouple the magnetic flange pipe enclosures from the auxiliary module assembly. Careful not to touch anything on your way out. Keeping at 200? Something wrong? There's still something. Turn the plasma runoff inhibitor function to decouple the magnetic flange pipe enclosures from the auxiliary module assembly. Good luck out there! Looks like everything is good to go on both your end and mine.
Boy, am I glad you weren't some sort of alien or something.
Never seen a ship like it.
We didn't believe anyone would be out here, but I'm glad for it. Well, well, it would appear we have the means to go nearly anywhere now, thanks to you. The engineers even upgraded our communications equipment so we can speak with passing ships. Turns out it was a pretty easy fix. Thank you again for all you've done. Without you, we'd most likely be stuck. But you went above and beyond. I'll make sure people tell tales of your generosity for as long as our society lives. I don't know if we can ever fully repay you. Thank you again.
Now that we know what's out there. Hey.
Just because our equipment's old doesn't mean it won't work to take down troublemakers.
Now that we know there are other people out there.
I do not envy the lives that have been led in these confined quarters.
Wonder what else is out there.
You're lucky we're under orders about this.
Careful waving that fancy gun around.
Great. How many more days? Months and years of being cooped up here?
It's almost time to take inventory of our stock again.
We were so close to finding our new home. Hopefully it won't be too much longer.
Hey, maybe you could help out, eh? He's been talking about needing some.
We were never trained to address threats coming from outside our ship.
We have resorted to theft now, I see.
We've got strict rules around here. Strict for a reason.
nice to know there are other people. Wow. I've heard about you. It's hard.
The Constant is a peaceful ship. Don't change that.
Now that we know there are other people out there, we need to be more prepared for trouble than ever.
Just because our equipment's old doesn't mean it won't work to take down troublemakers.
Foods that can be grown here. I suppose being a picky eater was not an option.
We got strict rules around here, but they're strict for a reason.
I have things for you.
Ship's detached. We're clear.
Visit to our resort. Your repeat patronage is much appreciated. Is there any assistance I may offer you today?
Actually, a question. Usually when I come here, the shuttle takes a certain route, showing me the beauty of this world. But this time, our entries seem to take longer, and we pass by a lot more open water. Was there something wrong with our normal flight path? I heard the rumors of a ship in orbit.
Please allow me to apologize for this inconvenience. This alternate entry was required due to a meteor shower affecting the usual descent route. Nothing to worry about. To make up for this, allow me to credit your account with a 15% discount on spa amenities. Once again, we are dreadfully sorry.
It's okay, Viator. I know you're programmed to be overly concerned with your service. I just wanted to know why. But thank you for crediting my account anyway.
It is my sincerest wish that this humble robot servant has brightened your day. If I have failed in any way, please know that I am dreadfully sorry.
Hey, I noticed you arriving at port shortly after I did. Something's been bothering me, and I've been dying to ask another guest. They told us there was a very active meteor shower, which is why we had to divert our flight path coming in for our landing. But I haven't seen a single shooting star since I've been here. That's weird, right? Why, that sounds even more ridiculous than what they told me. If there was a ship, they'd just say it was a ship. And why would they divert us for a ship? There are always huge luxury liners coming into port, and they've never diverted the shuttles before. I'm sorry for bothering you. A ship. Well, at least you made me laugh.
I hope your stay is a pleasant. Please let Paradiso staff know if I or anything else is not preferred.